Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you. Yeah. Can you hear me okay?
What? Yes, I hear you. What's your name?
My name's Sarah. What's your name?
Wait, my name is Ahmed. Where are you from, Miss Sarah?
I'm from Canada, but I'm living in Argentina, in Buenos Aires, in South America.
Oh, nice. Oh,
Yeah,
Buenos
yeah.
Aires. It's city in Argentina, Buenos Aires. Yes. Nice to meet you. My name is
Yeah.
Ahmed. I'm from Iraq. Uh,
Oh.
are you tutor or just native speaker? Sorry.
I don't know. What's the difference? I guess a tutor and a
Ah,
native speaker. Yeah, like yeah.
okay. I
Is there a
will.
difference or?
Okay, I will explain that for you. A native speaker just know the language and how to continue with the language. A tutor know the something about the grammar, how they build the structure of the sentence, phrasal verbs, adjectives, tenses, all things about the grammar and the language, both of them. Native speaker just how to improve your language. That is different between the
Yeah.
tutor and native speaker. That right, or is
Uh,
there anything else?
Yeah, I think that sums it up. Yes. Thank you.
Mm.
You were tutoring me. I can't believe. Well, I
Ah,
tutored.
okay. Mm.
But yeah, I mean, I'm a native speaker, but
Okay.
I'm also a tutor. Yeah, so I've taken classes on grammar and
Uh,
yeah,
are
phrasal
you
verbs.
live in Vancouver?
Yeah, that's where I'm from. Yeah, I grew up there and I live there. But yes, so I'm from
Oh.
Vancouver.
Are you born in Vancouver?
Yeah, about 4 hours away from Vancouver. So not in
Mm.
Vancouver, but very close. Yes.
Mm.
Have you been to Vancouver? Do you know
Okay.
it, or are
Let me
you
ask
familiar with
you.
Vancouver?
Huh?
Have you been to Vancouver?
Sorry. No,
Have you been to
I
Vancouver?
never.
Ah,
No, I know. No, I'm not.
that's okay.
Okay.
But sorry, you had
Can
another question?
I ask you about
Yes,
the?
it's a little
Huh?
choppy, but yes, I can hear.
I think the internet is very weak and the
A little
sound is
choppy, but
pretty
yes.
shabby. Okay, the internet, the sound is break up, but it's going to be okay. Okay, first question.
Hmm.
I think this is a cosmopolitan question. How can I improve my English language like native speaker? There's a four skills. So many tutors on Cambly told me to follow the four skills: listening, speaking, reading, writing. Is there a magic way? How can I follow this? Where now we live in the earn technology, everything with the uh, work with the AI.
Oh, with artificial intelligence, you mean?
Yes,
You're wondering if you can practice with
artificial
it?
intelligence. Yes. Okay. How can I
Yeah.
improve English language fast? I want to speak like a native speaker without mistake, without any stopping when I make conversation. Actually, be honest with you, I have many, many vocabularies. Sometimes I don't know how much vocabularies I have, but when I watch the channels or listen to the native speaker, I know these words, but I struggle to how to range these words to make these sentences or phrases. How can I skip this struggle?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, with speaking or with learning a language, there's four different aspects. So there's, yeah, reading, writing, speaking, and listening. And so if you're wanting to focus on
Hmm.
speaking and practice speaking, Unfortunately, I get this question a lot. Unfortunately, there's no magic solution. It's like any skill. So, speaking is a skill that we learn. So, it's like any skill that we want to develop. It comes with time and with practice. And so, if you're wanting to focus on speaking, because they all use different skill sets, right? So, speaking is very different from reading. So, it's a different skill set. So, if you're wanting to
Speaking like
improve your speaking,
speak with the native speaker or speak with myself with the recording myself. You
yeah,
should specific
yeah, so speaking with speaking English with somebody else, whether it's a native speaker or somebody who also speaks English, some people do record themselves. Yeah, so that sometimes some people find that helpful. Where if they record themselves, then they can listen, they can hear where they're making the mistakes. Because sometimes when we're talking, we're not really conscious of the mistakes that we're making. But if you record it, you can go back and listen, and then you can hear where you're making the mistakes. You can hear your pronunciation. So that's a really good way to give yourself feedback on your speaking. So recording can be very effective. I do that for myself when I'm speaking another language.
Oh.
I record myself.
How long have you take to learn English? 6 months, it's enough with immerse yourself with or surround yourself with the English language, or 1 year, or depend or the how much you practice.
Yeah, that's exactly like you said. So I can't give you I can't give you like 6 months, a year. It really depends person to person. So if you're speaking every day for 6 months, you're going to learn a lot faster than if you're doing once a week for 6 months. So a lot of it just comes down to how much time you can put. And everybody learns at different rates. So I've been learning Spanish. I'm living in Argentina and I'm still not fluent. So I'm much better, but I'm exposed to it every day. But it's been a year and I'm still learning. So there's no magic answer or specific timeline. It all depends. Yeah, it's very how much time you can spend. Yeah, how you learn best. So yeah, unfortunately, there's no specific answer I can give. It really depends.
Do you think babies? Do you think learning like a babies is faster to learn English?
Sorry, faster than which? To learn English is faster than which?
Learning English like babies is faster than learning adults.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. So yeah, children do typically tend to learn language faster, I think, especially for babies,
because
because
children
babies.
because children it's practice the sentences or phrases words more than the adults. They save the sentence and responsibility
Oh,
better than
can you
adults.
hear me?
Sometimes adults to not practice.
Hello?
Yes, I heard it. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, also with children, part of it could just be like their brain development. So kids' brains are a little bit more flexible, like because they're still learning language, their brains are very ready to learn language. So, especially for babies. So as we get older, our brains kind of change structure. So part of it, I think, is just like how their brains are structured as children. They need to learn quickly the language. So but also, yeah, maybe kids are also they're pretty brave. Like they just go and they do things and they're not afraid to make mistakes. So that could be part of it too. But I think part of it is just kids. And then part of it's just how their brains are wired, I think, at that age. So there could be a number of different factors. But yeah,
Uh,
kids typically learn faster. Yeah.
writing. Should I write the stories or write the sentences or write the phrases? Tell me about the writing skills. How can I use this skills? Tell me something about writing. Open any book and write it, or write it to that's mean to from my memory, or watch video on writing. How can tell me? I don't have any idea about writing skills?
Yeah, so that's the thing is you could start, and I mean, even like you were saying, I mean, you're talking about artificial intelligence. That's something you could practice too. Like if you want to practice your writing, I mean, you could even use like an AI machine and say, I'd like to practice my English. Can I write some sentences and you provide feedback, or can we have a conversation? I mean, that's a way you could even try and practice too, is we have technology now, so you can even use that, and it can give you feedback too on your grammar as well too, like in the moment, and you can have conversations. So that's certainly something you could
I
try.
heard,
Mhm.
I'm sorry to interrupt your speech, but I want to ask you about. I heard a tutor on YouTube. He said you should reading because reading to help you to learn you the grammar and the speaking and how to write. Is that right?
Yeah, honestly, like any reading, I find reading really helps me learn new vocabulary. So I learn new vocabulary through reading. And yeah, it helps you see the grammar, it helps you see the sentences. And so it will help build your vocabulary, it will help build your understanding of grammar. And yeah, it will help develop your language further. Yes, it will definitely help. But in terms of speaking, like it will build up your vocabulary and your grammar, and then you can incorporate that into your speaking as well too, with reading. So it all plays together.
Should for the learner should learn the language before the grammar, or the grammar and language together?
There's different thoughts on that. Some people do more of like the exposure approach where they're just thrown right in. They don't know any grammar and they just learn through exposure. Some people do the grammar approach first. So, I mean, there's different thoughts on that. Yeah, there are different methods of teaching. I think it kind of depends on what you prefer and what you would like to do. I know people who've just done like, they've so I had people who've never taken a grammar class in their life, and they pick it up kind of just through exposure. So I think it depends what you want and how you like to learn. Some people prefer one
But
method over another.
but I think should learn language before the learn the grammar, because if you don't
Yeah.
read or don't understand the language, how can you understand the grammar? Okay, what are you doing in Argentina? Do you travel for stay there, or stay there for, or move there? There's a difference between the move
um,
there and stay there.
yeah. I kind of moved here temporarily, so I've been here for 6 months, and then I'll probably stay here for
Mm.
another 2 or 3 months, and then I will go back home to Canada at some point. But I'm just here temporarily. So I came
Mm.
because, yeah, for a number of different reasons. But part of it is because I
Mm.
am learning Spanish, and so I
For
work
your
online,
business,
so I can.
uh, for your business to travel to Argentina.
No, not for like because I work online, so I can work anywhere with my computer, and I
Mm.
go to school online. So I just moved here just because I really liked it. Yeah, and then I can learn Spanish, and no, I just really like Argentina. So
Okay.
yeah.
Tell me about Argentina. It's beautiful. It's better beautiful than Vancouver, or Vancouver it's better beautiful than Argentina.
They're different kinds of beautiful. Vancouver is very beautiful because if you love nature, Vancouver is very beautiful. It's got the big mountains, it's got the ocean, it's got
Mm.
forests. So if you like the outdoors, Vancouver is honestly Vancouver better than Argentina. But if you like architecture, Argentina has a lot of beautiful buildings. Buenos Aires is a huge city, so it's kind of got so it's beautiful in other ways. But Argentina is also a very beautiful country. So
Okay. Is
they're
there
both
a
different
Canadian
kinds of.
website? Is there a Canadian website to learn English, to help me with the learn English?
Oh, if there's like a Canadian specific one, that's a good question. I know of some from like the British Council, and I know some American ones, but I will, you know what I'll do is I'll look into it. I'll do some research, and if I can find a Canadian like specific one, I will send you the link. I'll send it to you in the chat. I'll let you know what I find.
Okay. I
If that
speak
sounds
with
good.
you 14 minutes. What level am I?